It's day 6 of the quarantine. I'm surviving. It's getting harder. Nah, just kidding. It doesn't have to be hard. I'm here, Dr. Louis Marion, to show you and talk about the 5 things that you could have in your medicine cabinet to keep your gums, teeth, and mouth healthy over these days of this lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, related to the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. So here we go. Number 1, you got to keep brushing your teeth. You're around, you're snacking, you're doing all this stuff. However, my favorite toothbrush is the Sonicare Diamond Clean. It has many, so you can turn it on. Let's go to focus here. I have to admit, I'm not the best selfie or video, but it ultrasonically vibrates 10,000 beats, I think, per second. It also has, if see how the bottom blinks, it tells you and will slow down and warn you if you're pressing too hard. Third, it really gives your teeth, it massages the gums, and you're not scrubbing against, which so many people, I've seen this so many times in my career, so many people, when I just get done toothbrushing, they scrub their teeth and they wear away their gums. This will not allow that. This, you just put it on the teeth. It's pretty easy. It has a 2-minute timer. And if you really want to get into it, and I think you have the time these days, you actually could put a load on the application, the app, by Philips Sonicare, and you can compete with your friends of who's brushing the most effective ways. They give you graphs, they give you stats, probably really geeky toothbrush stuff. All right, number two is if you got to keep flossing. I know most people don't want to floss, but hey, no excuse now, you got the time. Flossing also stimulates the gums, and brushing only brushes the surfaces that the toothbrush can get. It cannot get in between what we dentists call the interproximal spaces. They're the spaces in between the teeth. If I put down the phone and make sort of like let's just see if I can do this. When the teeth come together like this, they form a black triangle there. The gum sits in between there. It's called the col, C-O-L, good Scrabble word, if you play Scrabble. But that gum inflames because all the surfaces in between, the toothbrush is coming on the outside, it is not getting in between. So flossing is great. And if you don't have a flosser, Sonicare, same brand, and I'm not I don't work for them, I just like their products. You can load in the back here your favorite mouthwash, or just plain water, and it shoots, it has like a little, I wouldn't say dimple, but almost pimple, an outgrowth here, protrusion that gets in between the teeth and then shoots the mouthwash or whatever liquid you want through them, abrading it. They say that this gets 70% of the surfaces of what flossing gets. Flossing being 100, flossing's the best, but this is better than nothing. And these two things, Sonicare, yes, we sell them at our office. Of course, our office isn't open, but right now they haven't employed. I'm from Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has not employed a stay-at-home ordinance yet. So pharmacies, grocery stores do have these things, and they are open. Number three would be if you cut your gums. There's no other thing. I'll get a picture from the internet than Zalactin. I don't have it here. I'm actually sitting in my kitchen. I don't normally keep oral health products in my kitchen. But Zalactin comes in benzocaine, lidocaine, and it's a gel that forms sort of like a bandage over gums. Yes, over the wet gums. And they don't tell you this on the package, but the best way to use Zalactin is to take a Q-tip. Put the Zalactin, the brown liquid, on the one end of it, flip the Q-tip around, and dry it with the clean end, and then flip it back before you salivate over the cut area. You might be cutting it over a snack of tortilla chips, potato chips, or just plain an aphis ulcer, which is an ulcer of stress, sometimes viral. Don't get excited, not COVID virus, but just regular viruses sometimes will cause ulcers in the mouth. Easily Heal with Zolactin. Stays on for, I think, at least 12 hours. And it helps it heal, but it also gives a nice bandage. And it will sting when you apply it. Don't worry, that stinging just lasts a second, and then it's doing its thing. Number 4, your snacking. Frequent snacking during a quarantine or during any time lowers the pH of your mouth, and your saliva, the spit in your mouth, is there to buffer that, to bring it back to at a neutral pH. Bacteria loves low acidic pH and can eat away your teeth. Your teeth are always in a dynamic state of battle with bacterial acids, plaque acids, and one thing that can help that is giving yourself a fluoride treatment every day. I like using ACT. There are generic brands by CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid that are $1 or $2 less. It is a little more money than the average Scope mouthwash. This particular one, Restoring ACT, has alcohol that kind of gives you a more fresher, mintier breath, but you have to rinse with this for 1 minute. And the fluoride ions in here will help strengthen your teeth. Finally, this kind of came out in an article that was last weekend, before this whole lockdown thing at least happened in the United States. The American Dental Association recommended a read out of the Journal of Oral Sciences. And in that journal, they talked about hydrogen peroxide rinsing. The hydrogen peroxide, the free radical oxygen, and the oxygenation that it causes, you might think, oh wait, isn't this for external use only? Yes, it's great for having in your medicine cabinet regardless, for cuts and so forth. However, if you'll see here, the second label on all labels, you can actually rinse. It's a rinse and gargle. Well, rinsing and gargling with this has been shown to kill viruses in the mouth. So if you breathe in the mouth before it's going to get into your respiratory area, like COVID-19 is very dangerous in doing that, you should be rinsing with this. I actually have my children, if they go out on a walk the dog, during these times, I actually have them wash their hands, of course, and then rinse and gargle with hydrogen peroxide. I have a bottle in each of their rooms. This bottle particular, this is Signature Care. I got this not at the pharmacy, actually at the Acme. Signature, if you recognize it, is the Acme generic brand. And it is, I think, $1.49 for this bottle. If you see the bigger bottle, 32 ounces, I think that's only $1.99. The pharmacies currently, I was at a few pharmacies, Rite Aid and CVS, they are actually rationing this to 1 bottle per customer checking out. So pick up a bottle of hydrogen peroxide for your oral health, but also for your systemic health to kill viruses. And that's about it. So I'll come back to you tomorrow and give you another set of tips. But these are the 5 things that are essential for your medicine cabinet during this quarantine, and really, frankly, during any time. All right, have a good day and stay well.